we must defend our rights, or we shall perish. We shall protect us from all fools. What is the price is meant for we will pay? When man was thine, return the strength of peace. Hail to the earth, consecrated nation. Oh, Fatherland, please hear our soul and rage. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Seal of God will cause the privilege. The waving stone, the bridge memories of peace shall always be of life of liberty.
Yeah. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. I say we are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We wish home the home well. How much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. We wish home the whole world. How much we love Biafra, our beloved father's land. We love and cherish. Biafra's story is the most touching and painful story in the world. Oh, Biafrans have been killing every day and night, but nobody is talking. Everywhere silent. Oh, we should be ashamed of ourselves. Hey, we said we are Christians, but we do nothing to help the Biafrans. When they are killing Biafrans, we've done nothing to help them. Whether you help or not, we Biafran, we stand and protect our land because we love Biafra. We will die for Biafra. Oh, we are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. I am a Biafran. I respect people, but I'm not afraid of them. And I want to use this little opportunity to address those that say that they want to know where I come from. I, Prof. Alison Akoma, I come from town called Nenu in Obingwa, Abia State, and my mother come from Akwa Ibom. I believe what my father used to say, Mberede nyini dike, mberede keji ama dike, mberede nyini onye si na ya bụ eze, mberede kejikwa na ama eze. I so much believe in that word my father always used to say. We are Biafrans. We are Biafrans. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. Yeah. We love and cherish. We love and cherish. We are Biafra. We are Biafra. We love Biafra. We love Biafra. Our father's land. We love and cherish. We love and cherish.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are, all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandioku Kano, the Prince of Afali Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. And for the avoidance of doubt, I remain Judge Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Once again, as always, we acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kika Biama, and in my humble way, I would say, Anyị na-aja gị mma maka n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma ịhụnanya anyị na-agị obiọma gị o juru anyị anya dadị o inwe gị mgbanwe ọ dị onye dị ka gị ịbụ Alpha na Omega. Our topic this evening is the colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. The colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. Africa has suffered greatly because of imposed leaders. I can assure you that more than 90% of those who govern Africa are imposed colonial terrorist tax collectors. Honestly, it doesn't matter who you are as an African who are planning and collaborating with Nigerians to undermine the position of the sovereign state of Biafra. All of you will be brought to book at the right time. It is clear that our people was molested in Liberia today, and I think George Weah should know better among older people. Not only more than 35% of the Liberian people being immigrants that were dumped there, but George Weah, the president of Liberia, understand the fraudulent nature of Nigeria before now. But I understand the people who control those jurisdictions were not actually available. And at the end of the day, those who are working for Nigeria actually pull the uniform belonging to IPOB member in Liberia. We are taking record of all of you. But the best thing we can do for ourselves is to respect ourselves. And so, having said that, returning back to our topic, which is simply the colonial taskmaster in the corridor of power. They are everywhere. And those of you on Facebook, those people fighting a Nigerian lawmaker, they are in the hollow chamber. So many videos like that. That is what they do. Share the money, kill and divide. That is what they do. These are the colonial taskmasters in the corridor of power. It is very important that we begin to review the contribution of our leaders, if we will use that word, in the zoo called Nigeria, supposedly. As this could save, or rather serve as a guide to our destination in the future. We must review the supposedly leaders of Nigeria. If we are able to do this sincerely, it is going to save the next generation. It will help them to head to the right direction. You know, when I woke up this morning and I tuned to Nigerian television, and somewhere in Rivers State, somebody is saying that the reason why schools in Nigeria, there are no chairs, there are no laboratories. Most schools in Nigeria, most especially in Biafra land, for almost 2 years, they don't have teacher. In fact, there is a video I will bring up later on. You see children learning computer with block and desk. Most of the school in Biafra land, you have desk. The only good school are the one pioneered by Yoruba churches and the governor's wife, ex-governor's wife, and ex-president's wife. That the problem, why is it that in the school, most schools don't have toilets? It is because the head teachers refuse to clear the bush in the school premises. Unbelievable. And you know, the Yoruba who actually opened their radio and they were saying, how do you see it? And Nigerians, for who they are, will call and say, but is it because they didn't clear the school compound? That is why there is no toilet in this school? That is why there is no roof, leaking roof? Is it that is why some schools are swamp? But these are the colonial tax collectors. That is what they all are. And the earlier we review what they are doing to us, the better for all of us. We have had a lot of idiots, I call them, in Nigeria. They rule Nigeria. This idiot, as I talk to you, they pretend to be working for your own good. But in the end, their ultimate mission or goal is to completely emasculate you in every way imaginable or possible. For instance, let us review this aspect. The youngest civilian president that have ever ruled Nigeria as a zoo is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. He was 53 years old. The youngest civilian president that have ruled Nigeria is Goodluck Ebere Jonathan, and he was 53 years old. Mark my word. I didn't say the youngest president that have ruled Nigeria. No, civilian. The first civilian president that ruled Nigeria was Alhaji Shehu Shagari. He was older than my grandfather. But Goodluck being there was not the making of people, but there was a divine interference. Yaradua, one of the British colonial taskmaster here in Biafra land, elder brother died and he has to take his own tenure. And he still died in office. Even Buhari had died in office. But let's not digress any further. And now, having considered Goodluck, the next youngest president is Sheniko. And Sheniko is 57 years old when he became the president of Nigeria. 5 years older than Goodluck Ebere Jonathan. But the reason I'm saying this is you go back to the first people, governor of the state, governor general or head of state, as they call them. These were the children trained by British government to rule Nigeria as a case study. The youngest president that have ever ruled is Yakubu Gowon. And Yakubu Gowon was 31 years. And I want you to ask yourself, as in Nigeria now, 31 years. Do you think you can ever be a governor, I want you to be sincere. Do you think you can ever be a president? 31 years old Nigerians are still wearing pampers. Some of them still have feeding bottle. Because these colonial taskmasters has actually changed the generation. They have shifted their morale, their mindset. They have changed everything about you. But I want you to consider certain things and understand that as in Nigeria, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Niger Delta, Upland, River, and Bottom, anything you choose to call yourself, if you have found yourself in this zoo, in this cage called Nigeria, you must understand that no governor, no president, nobody mean you well. Only few individuals will reap the dividend of Nigeria. Now, when the colonial masters were here in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, the people they choose to work with were the youth. Nnamdi Azikiwe was 6 years old when British High Commissioner Theresa May family saw him a worthy servant to use. They programmed them. They served for a very long time. Ahmadu Bello was 3 years when British government made him your founding father. Then Awolowo was 6 months. These are the people who work with Britain. But the point is that why have Britain and colonial masters like France and other people who are stealing our resources want old men to continue ruling us? Almost every country in Africa, the youngest president should be Jubri. And I can tell you he's over. How do we go there? Some of them are old. They were president before I was born. And they are still president today, as old as I am. The question is, why? What did these old men do? How could these old men intimidate the youth today? That no youth can come up and speak. When I mean youth, I'm talking about children between 20 and 30. Where are you? But you can't. Because the terrorist taskmasters are still there. They are not in the stage. They are behind the curtain. But these are the things you must understand. That these people, as far as they are concerned, they have one agenda. And that agenda is to continually impoverish you. You can never have a say. And we shall be considering most of their attitude. Most of the way they operate. And maybe after these brokers, you'll be able to know whether you appreciate them or you will get ready to stone them. Because if we don't stone people like El-Rufai, Kwankwaso, governors in Biafra land will do the all of them, no Yoruba will be free. No Hausa Fulani will be free. Neither will Biafra. But of course, Pekin will say, Mama no go sleep, he no go sleep. But these are the truth they don't want you to hear. And they call it hate speech. Number one, like I said, having said about the youngest president, ask yourself, why will British choose to work with young boys? And when they left, they bring in old men to be ruling their zoo called Nigeria. Ask yourself that question. There is a man I know, I don't want to mention his name because of this little respect I have for him. There is no single year this man does not go to National Assembly. Since 1999 to today. He will still come out next year, they will vote for him. And do you know that his election poster he used about 12 years ago is what he's still using till today? I don't want to mention his name. The man is so old that he cannot climb his duplex again. He now lives in the security house, visitor's house downstairs, that duplex. But he's still the senator of his constituency. And I can say I don't want to mention his name. But he should know he's the one I'm talking by now. But these are the people Britain love to work with. FBI should go and check the president of Nigeria and America. It will shock all of you. He was born the same time with Abraham Lincoln. Nigerian ambassador to America was born the same year with Abraham Lincoln. He used walking stick now. To Fiakwa. But they know all these things. FBI should ask Nigeria. Does it mean Nigeria do not have youth that can manage this country? Why sending this old stick to rule us? But is old age is crime? No. We all pray to be old. But may we not be stupid like the old idiots ruling Nigeria. Before, old age and gray hair used to be a mark of honor. But in Nigeria, it is the son of idiot. Obasanjo used to quarry Buhari. All of a sudden, he's a friend with Jubri. But of course, we understand. And I will want you to begin to calculate most of the African leaders, most especially Nigeria in particular, who work under the colonial terrorists. You will see that these people, these leaders supposedly, the colonial master choose young people to work with them, and they choose old people to work for us. The truth cannot be overemphasized. The older they are, the more useless they are, and they spend most of their time sleeping. Now, let me tell you, the more you grow old, the more your life change. You spend more time sleeping. That is why there are so many pictures of senators and lawmakers of Nigeria, all of them sleeping. You can't invite them in any occasion. Just ignore them in 30 seconds. They've gone to sleep because they are all old men. But they are good for servicing British company called Nigeria. And so they must remain there. You will see that they will see that it is they want to call a conference. They want to make law. Before they finish yapping for someone to say, if you agree, say no or nay. Watch all of them, they have gone to sleep. Because old men spend more time sleeping. That is what you have. And so it's easy for British government to put old people to rule Africa. Why won't Africa be sleeping? A man once said, what will they do? They are going closer to their grave. And so they are dragging African to the grave. But it is left for African youth to allow it to continue that way or to change the way things are. Look at the president of Russia, Putin. His job bouncing. The guy, they wear canvas everywhere. Look at China. Look at Japan. Look at Donald Trump. Their own age, old age, have ghetto. Not Ochinama old age. Most people do not know that late Buhari is 2 times older than Donald Trump. Forget about Donald Trump's head. But of course, Britain want old men who will sleep in office and travel in private jet, sleeping around the world. That is what they want. They are not here to develop our land. It is important we move ahead and look into some of the achievement. All these people who are ruling you, Nigeria, go and check the achievement. What are the achievements of Nigerian senators? What are the achievements of Nigerian lawmakers? What are the achievements of the judiciary, the legislature, the executive? What have they achieved? As a Nigerian, what have you achieved? As a Biafran, let us examine what they do to you. You talk about economically. They are the one frustrating the people. And now let's look at how they frustrate you economically. You wake up in the morning, you open the shop. Because as a Biafran, they will never allow you. They won't employ you, except you are the best of the best. And then they manage and hide you somewhere so you can teach Alamajiri. Our sister called in the morning, who was a hairdresser. She said she has to pay about 45,000 naira monthly to tax collector. And that should be in Cross River State. Ecom. And now this is what they do. You open a shop. The next thing you see at the beginning of every year, they organize the latest youth of Nigeria to come and touch you. And then they carry file. Most of these people are graduates, PhDs. They have master's degree. They are best of the best, but they can never be employed. If I call them idiot, they will not understand. Because with all your PhD and LLB and QQQ, you will now carry file and be going to shop by shop. And when they get there, they say, yes, madam, show us your building permit. Is the owner of the shop the landlord? But of course, they must destroy you economically. You show us a building permit, hacking permit. Are they moto? there is nothing you will not pay. Resident permit inside your own fatherland, Ekwano. Shopping permit, roadside hawking permit. There is no permit you will not pay. But the government will say, oh, anybody collecting tax, but it's the government that sent them. Let's look at another way they do it. In those days, we use bicycle to do town service. The governors wake up one day and said that they are using bicycle to kidnap. And so therefore, they should not use bicycle to do town service again. But do you know why they stop using of bicycle in most places? And the method they use, they inflate the price. When the money you will buy bicycle is the same money they sell motorcycle, why will you buy a bicycle? But they tell you they are helping you. It was an Igbo man that used to supply rally bicycle to Shell in those days. But because this Igbo man could provide it cheaper than the British government supplying the same rally, they are not satisfied with the money they are stealing from oil. They still want to supply Shell with everything Shell need. They stop the contract. And so they start using motorcycle for town service. They call it Okada. And all of a sudden, they say, no, band Okada, they are using Okada to kidnap. They introduce Keke Napepe, tricycle from India. India collected their own share anyway. We will come to that. They are the same people who telling you they want, and the World Bank is telling you that the GDP of Nigeria economic is growing by 6 or 7%. This is how they grow it. And as I'm talking to you now, the latest news now is that Keke Napepe is being used for kidnapping. And so many states will ban Keke Napepe from January, less than 70 days from now. But Keke Napepe operators, 90% of them are graduates. And then by the time they stop Keke Napepe, everybody will go and start driving taxi. They will still ban taxi. Because they will always say they are using taxi to kidnap. And then when they ban taxi, Nigerians will start using tipper. They will still ban tipper. Because they will still tell you, until you will use trailer, they will still ban trailer. Because their only achievement is to make sure all of you remain poor. You remain beggar. They decide how you eat. Look at how they have reduced Awusa to. The greatest achievement Awusa can do is Bambiyala. First calling. Because their leaders want them to be carrying plate and be shouting, Bambiyala, give me kobo, Bambiyala. They not tell them Rakadede. That is what they want. And that is exactly what they want from us. And so when you see them introducing these policies that emasculate us economically, this is what they are meant to do. This is what the colonial master want. There is nothing more and there is nothing less. Have you people forgotten what Oshimole told that widow? Oshimole swore for that widow. But Oshimole is Galavante. He's fighting for the good of Edo people. Most people don't know that in terms of erosion disaster, Edo State is the worst of its kind in Africa. But there is some lunatic like Oshimole deceiving himself there. What are the achievements of Nigerian politicians? In case you don't know what they are there to do. We look at the issue of infrastructural development. They make policies that will favor the R1, Yududuwa. Today we shout on Radio Biafra, bring your investment home, bring your investment home. It's not because we don't understand the implication behind our decision and what we demand for. But of course, only those who can reason will understand the message you are passing. Because if you want to build any company, industry in Biafra land, the Nigerian government will not allow you only hotel. As a Biafran, the only development you can be allowed to put here in Biafra land is hotel. If you doubt it, invest in Biafra land. But we know these things. That is exactly what British government want these old touts who call themselves leader and founder father to do. They make policies that will favor them and undermine us. Oh, close the border, close the border. Hey, economic have to improve, close the border. But the border is open in the north. Foreign rights are all over the north. They have to restrict us, impoverish us, limit us to a certain stage where we beg and depend on them to survive. After all, anybody that feed you decide when you will eat. Anybody that is eating, those of you who are living in somebody's house, if that person is the person feeding you, he's the one who will tell you when to eat. You can't just wake up and go to the pot. You will receive the greatest insult of your life, except they are your parents. And so when Nigerians feed you, they decide when you eat. And that is exactly what they want. They deliberately ensure that they neglect every structure in Biafra land. It's economic, infrastructure development strategy. No good hospital in Biafra land. The only good hospital is Share Hospital or BMH. BMH belongs to Onyibe. Onyibe give it to them. Some states managed to revive it. And one doctor from Nigeria actually said that Nigerian hospitals are dead trap. All you have everywhere is dilapidated facilities. They deliberately want it that way. And they make sure it remains that way. These are what these old men are doing to you. They tell you the youth are the future of tomorrow. And now you as a youth, you never see tomorrow because you are very old. Older and old as you can imagine. But they are still ruling you. But that is exactly what British government have. You talk about appointment of leadership. They make sure that only stark illiterate will rule you. Look at all the people ruling Nigeria. Only 2% of them can actually spell their name. Honestly. Chief Justice of Nigeria, Chief Justice of Federation, Chief Justice of Attorney General, Chief Justice of Boko Haram, Chief Justice of Miati Allah. All of them, sample them, they didn't go to school. Gowon didn't go to school. Obasanjo didn't go to school. Yaradua didn't go to school. Tiwa Danjuma didn't go to school. All these people you call founding father, they did not go to school. What British did was to gather them and give them lecture, orientation. Today, most of you will think Obasanjo is a graduate. Of course, he's behind holy, is it, what do they call the university? Is it open door or open window? Open University in the Oshi. He has Harare degree from Open University inside the internet. But he's a graduate, a learned man. He wrote book. Oh. Have you people read Buhari book? Idiots. But as far as they can project the image of stark illiterate, then the deed is done. But our people must understand what they are doing. Their only achievement. But they don't want you to say it because it's hate speech. Only gangsterism. Gangster, they are the one that rule Nigeria. Godfatherism and gangster. Those of you on Facebook, can you tell me those people are normal people? Those people who are carrying the most of the National Assembly, those people who are in the National Assembly, do you think they are normal people? This is the achievement. When you talk about security, the only thing they have to provide you is terrorist security outfit. Nigerian army is Boko Haram force. There is no difference between Nigerian army and Boko Haram. Nobody should deceive themselves. And so when you hear any country say, we are helping Nigerians to combat Boko Haram, they lie. Nigerian army is the Boko Haram. Boko Haram kidnap Chibok girls and Dapuchi girls, they lie. Because those in IDP camp, majority of them have been pregnanted by Nigerian army. So who is the heck is deceiving who? Yet Nigerian army led by Brutal, they will get Boko Haram and recuperate them, they free them. But they are looking for IPOB to kill. About 90-something or 800 or whatever number of Boko Haram have been set free by Nigerian army. But tomorrow, some countries are going to say, we are giving armored car and jet bomber to Nigeria to help us combat Boko Haram. And yet they will catch Boko Haram, they will incorporate them into the army. This is the achievement of your leaders, colonial taskmasters, tax collectors. The Nigerian police are a group of cultists. The Nigerian police force are a group of cultists. But they won't want you to say that. Understand what we are saying. Nigerian army are Boko Haram. Nigerian police are cultists. Most of them are in them, wear red braza, yellow pink, black scorpion, yellow scorpion, pirate. I want you to be sincere to yourself. Watch the name Nigerian police bear. Watch the way Nigerian police dress. And tell me the difference between a tout, a cultist, a militant to them. They will tie wrapper on the head, wear eyeglass, fold one leg of trouser, wear canvas, carry 2 AK-47, tie cutlass behind, with hammer and chisel. Everything they equip themselves, and smoking Igbo on the street. Will you leave tomorrow morning, those of you in Biafra land? Go and look at those police people. First of all, look at their name. Anti-cultism, anti-kidnapper, anti-Yahoo. Look at the name they bear. Operation Sting, Operation Boko Haram, Operation Kill and Carry the Dead Body, Operation Lock Up Shop. Just look at their name and their behavior. And then come back and tell me that you lie, that Nigerian police are not cultists. This is the achievement of those old men in power. They recruit young boys and make a fool out of them. Then I tell you, Biafran policemen. Then I tell you, Biafrans and Nigerian army. Wake up and get ready. Because it's going to be Royal Rumble, honestly. This is all they can give us. When you come back and you talk about Nigerian custom, they are the area boys. Nigerian custom are the area boys. This is December now. They are searching everybody. Just in pocket to everybody. This is the achievement of these colonial tax collectors. Of course, Nigerian DSS are the kidnappers. We hear Nigerian DSS. They are the kidnapper. Assassinators. Nothing more, nothing less. They don't arrest you in the open. They come and kidnap you in the ocean. And of course, are you talking about EFCC? EFCC are the Yahoo boys. It is kill and divide. EFCC, they are busy looking for small boys who are trying to, get their things back. But they are the real Yahoo boys. Most of you don't know what EFCC does every morning. As they gather in office, they bring number of people that deposit because they work with the bank. At the end of every day transaction, the bank will call EFCC. For our bank today, see people will deposit 3 million or 20 million. See their phone number, see their address. The main Yahoo boy, EFCC, they will now sit down and they will call you. Yes, where you dey? Yes, sir. Where are these feelings? He said, yes, it's DSS, EFCC. It's okay. And we understand you transferred 200 million. Where did you get the money? He said, but I do legitimate. It's okay, make we not talk too much. Make we not talk too much. Make we not talk too much. What is there is we are coming to take our own percentage. That 200 million, we get 10%. You say, I can't do such thing because you are a legitimate businessman. Of course, only God will help you. FBI will help them indict you. The next thing we hear is, oh, we have recovered loot. We have recovered loot. All the loot Yahoo boys of EFCC are recovering. Where are they? Somebody, one Yoruba man called the EFCC Yahoo boy and said, I want to find out about this thing. Tell and say, your papa. I say, you are idiot. Get out of my line. I can't get close to that video now. I would have played so that you see how EFCC Yahoo boys normally operate. But these are hate speech anyway. They are hate speech. Don't say it. This is the achievement of Nigerian politicians. And then they are the people who are supposed to be. Are they these people who are supposed to build the nation of your dream? Can somebody come out and tell me that Buhari, Babangida, T.Y. Danjuma, Obasanjo, and all these stars you see in the north and in the west, that they are going to build the Nigeria of your dream? No. There was nothing like Nigeria. There is nothing that will be like Nigeria. It's just something you can only dream of. It never resisted, except to steal money, impoverish you, destroy Africa. Nothing more, nothing less. You are in Nigeria now. This is the time for you to rise up and demand for good life. Every country in the world are working hard to make sure that they are truly dependent. They don't depend on anybody. They want to provide good medical health care to their people. I have said this. One of my brothers served in the Nigerian army. But it will amaze you, his name is Awosa name. But it's my uncle. They call him Sami Sami. He served in India in those days. And I do not know if it is the crisis between the India and the Bangladesh or thereon, I can't remember. But he came back blind anyway. But I will learn so much from him. They tell us how poor India was. How India will manufacture a single soap in those days. That even though as a soldier they forgot this soap in the bucket, the soap still remains strong. India was able to build an economy that can give them the nation they desire. But do you think Nigerian and the state of mind of the thought ruling Nigeria on behalf of British government, do you think they can give you a land where you will see electricity 24-hour uninterrupted? No. For you to have internet service or even have phone, they are regretting it. But of course, they will take it later on. They will make sure you don't have good road. They will make sure you don't build good house. Do you know that even EFCC are walking around looking for good house to go and ransack the people, rally around and rag those people who are building those houses? Idiots. Do you think Nigerian leaders you know today will fight for you when you are killed anywhere in the world? They will even pay country to kill you. Nigerians are going back now. There are some group they form. They call them Community of Nigeria. Around the world now, they are the one fighting IPOB. Idiots. We are taking record of all of you. I don't want to give your name out yet because I'm still reading all of your profile. Idiots. Community of Nigeria, my foot. Why don't you come back to Nigeria here and community? Let you know how they will deceive you, destroy all of you. And you are there betraying your people who are fighting for your freedom. Biafrans, we must not stop until we crush Nigeria completely. We must crush Nigeria completely until there is nothing like Nigeria again. I'll be back in a minute.
Today is a sunny day. Today is a freedom day. Biafrans, we gonna be stronger. Fight our blessings like a lion. Time has come. Let's take our destiny in our hands. We're not gonna let the oppressors win. Cause we will fight them till the end. Chikotikabiyama is on our side. We gonna be my strength. So say no to the oppressors. Say no to the slavery. Let's break this chains now. Say no to this bondage. Fellow freedom fighters. Say no to this bondage. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to fight oppressors. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The day is on our side. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to fight oppressors. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The day is on our side. It's on our side. I was born in this world as a female. Tell me reason I will live in bondage. Stand up, let's fight for our right now. Biafra is alright. Looking at there's so many sorrows. We must fight for tomorrow. Cause I put a mess of the good picture. We must defeat our oppressors. So now let's fight with ability. In unison, let's fight, let's fight, let's fight. We must crush the oppressors. Now we are like a tree planted in the ocean. Still we need more water. We must fight for our freedom. Freedom now on it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The day is on our side. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to fight the oppressors. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The day is on our side. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Of course, this is the only memory we have about them. You must not try to messy. Oh, they would have been deceiving us before. They say, no, don't worry, Nigeria is still young, it's still young democracy. Idiot. Why can't they step aside? Let those people who can handle Nigerian come. Although it is too late for them. It is too late for all of them. Our lines are open at this moment. Don't let them deceive you. Our life can never be better. It can only get worse. As far as Nigerians remain, things will only get worse. And of course, you know, Nigerians have been moving backwardly on a daily basis. It can never move forward. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world. Forget about what the community of Nigerians are doing around. It doesn't matter who they are. We will come for all of them. All those things all of you are doing. Will you know and understand that we are not in a hurry to address you people? You will understand. Send your data to the nearest IPOB. Send your data to our WhatsApp line and we will forward your name to the nearest IPOB. You are a Biafra, you have not joined IPOB. This is the time for you. Census is on already for your information. Look for the nearest IPOB and join. Don't let anybody deceive you. Rather, don't deceive yourself. You are a Biafran musician. Send your name, your data to this WhatsApp line I'm about to mention. 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. And of course, our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Caller on the line, are you there?
Hello.
Good evening from here, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Go ahead, please.
In my tribe, the first topic it is wine. It define the like in the passport. The passport, a medicine on a medical consultation. Also, they did take a national in a private part. One of us will cure. Slowly, take a national in a private part. More passport that's what we got to imagine a group confusion. Here, the Zulu, the family, here, the Zulu, everywhere. And another one, look at the reduce IPOP worldwide. The rule, may you have no way again. Ask my cool you will for a car. Well, and another one about. I wasn't get here by your daughter. Indian cuisine, and Akuzere Madina, Indian cuisine, especially in a village. If a boy and cousin and one school lesson, you can know it to that to go in there. When you need to mind on a school set, la primary school, another school, through a long brain school, a long brain out there. I don't have the brain, but I'm hungry to go to school in primary school because it is the humility. We are put them in a primary school. About when mama had that for more, I'm a my baby video. So, you might not think of me and cousin and my, and then you could have said to say, I already got it. And I have problem notice. Of my headmaster. What do you know now? No, and yes, of the corner, but I don't know now. School I met in a village, the young couldn't was made to try. What have you said? I know I have an accusation, and I went to that people would tell you. He broke to my one of the end, and then also a serious thing that they can do. Listen to headmaster. And then we got one in Ghana, how to take him at Canada. One of them, I know, and that. You have to get a radio Biafra for Panam, what woman. I'm not good, so why I want school and you may in the village at Siena.
Thank you very much.
I get here and another one, I'm Makandi, Liga for online. Because I know I am for them to you. I want to read you. What of whom was I know? No, Mamma, over there you go. Why die for here? They are there. I want to this three wise man. If someone who was over there, let know, Mamma. Not I don't know why. I need them contribution because my diversity, the woman has an administration. Person understand over there you go. Any dream to there.
Of course, that will be in the segment Back to Our Root. We shall look into it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We must continue. As we are speaking now, David Umahi has formed Bakassi Boy. But what are his intentions? He wants to stop IPOB. Oh, they are going to pass hate bill. What are their targets? They want to stop IPOB. The day hate speech will stop, as you call it, saying the truth, calling it hate speech, is the day that you people will let Biafra go. If not, are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
George Onyibe, good evening from here, sir.
Good evening, my brother.
My
Go
name
ahead.
Still remain Mazi Chinomso Wachuku, the former Adia State coordinator under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to use this opportunity to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been doing wonderfully job to his people. And I want to thank the leadership of IPOB worldwide, all over the world. I want to say, may Chukwu Kadiama bless each and every one of them in Chukwu Kadiama's name. Mazi Onyibe, I must have to thank you so much because you are here in Biafra land, facing every challenges. It's not easy to be in this zoological republic and be doing the needful at any given time. I say, may Chukwu Kadiama continue to bless you and protect you. You're going out, you're coming in. I want to use this opportunity to thank the new Adia State coordinator. I must say, Chukwu Kadiama will strengthen him, give him the power to do the needful in Adia State. I want to thank all the coordinators in Adia State, those that have been doing wonderfully well. I want to use this opportunity to let the whole world know what is happening in Adia State. I thank God for what the Lord has been doing. Yesterday, some women, Yoruba women, they were going about from Mkwangwa, Lagos Street by Oboya side, going and telling people, people that are selling market, that they should write their name. They give them form, write their name with 500 naira. They will register. They will give them form. They will write their name, their address, and pay 500 naira. And these Yoruba people, and I'm sure Hausa Fulani people follow them. They will tell them that they will give them 2 pints of rice, 2.5 pints of rice. When they will use that form and their address and their phone number to communicate to them. Anytime they are ready within this Christmas time. And some people, some global people are writing their names, filling form with 500 naira. This is what happened yesterday. Even as I speak to you, they move ahead today to be collecting 500 naira from people, promising them in return 2 pints of rice and half bag. Look at what Hausa people are doing now. They will carry their wheelbarrow to use rice and mix it with oil. When you are looking at that rice, you will think that it's a foreign rice and be selling to people in Aba. I speak to you. I want to use this opportunity to tell our people that they should hear what our people are bringing to us, what they are doing to us. They will collect your 500 and they will write. You will give them your address and your phone number. You must be very, very careful. And there's another information. This thing, our brother gave me this information on Monday, that they went to church and pastor invited a pastor in their church. And what that pastor, and he is suspecting that pastor is from Yoruba land because he's not speaking Igbo. And what he was telling the masses was, let us pray for the unity and let us pray for the peace in Nigeria. Immediately this young man told me this thing, I was buoyed. And I know the pastor that is pastoring that church. And I asked him, is he the pastor that opened his mouth to tell people? And he said that when the pastor was saying, let us pray, and people were murmuring in the church, I said, that pastor have luck, only luck. But I want to use this medium now. I want to use this medium now to tell all pastors in Abia State that they should be careful. Any more of this, you bring somebody in your church, that person will be telling the congregation to pray for the peace and unity of the zoological republic. That pastor, that church, you will see yourself to blame. If you don't know what to pray, I am using this opportunity now to tell you people not to pray for Nigeria any longer. Anywhere we see pastor, any church we hear in our ear that church is praying for the peace and unity in Nigeria. That church, the whole world will understand that we are ready to get Biafra. I want to use this opportunity now to tell the whole pastors in Abia State, not in Abia State, in Biafra land, no more preaching, no more praying for the unity and the progress of Nigeria. Nigeria is a zoo and it has collapsed. Our mission is to destroy Nigeria completely and totally. No mercy. So I was mad that very day, that Monday, to go and visit that pastor that owns that church. But the young man told me that he now a visitor, a person that they got, and he's suspecting that it's not an Igbo person. I say, okay, let me just keep calm. And I want to use this opportunity to tell the pastors in Abia State, in Biafra land, anywhere we hear, I know all of our brothers are all IPOB members in the church. Anywhere we hear any church, I know that they are praying for unity of Nigeria. That church, I'm sorry for you. Well, we are not going to tell you what will happen to you, to that pastor and to that church. So this is a signal to all of you. No more. And let me stop here so far. May Chukwu bless each and every one of us.
Thank you very much.
Biafra must be restored.
We must continue.
Thank you very much.
Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes. Good evening,
please. Good evening from you.
Good evening, Mazi Onyibe. Am I coming out clear?
Loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyibe, my name is Mazi Judu Chukwu. I am calling from Abia State. Shalom, Wachineke.
Go ahead.
Mazi, please. It's true that our topic is different this night while we are trying to say another thing. I'm sorry for that. See, you know why I'm laughing? You see this governor that is called Okezi Ikpeazu. The man just went into market and print a bag right Abia rice. While the rice he is distributing to people is a rice imported by Dangote. Then after he bought the rice in bulk, he will use the bag to go and repackage those rice and be giving people. And the funny side of it is that if you cook that rice and you didn't finish it in the night, just cover it. In the morning, you will see ordinary water. So I don't know whether if it is a crime if we don't eat rice. That's why our people we're advising them to go back to farm, to go and farm. It is not compulsory that we will eat rice. And again, please, Mazi, I love this topic, this going back to our root. Although I was calling, I couldn't make it that time. But let me just say a little thing. You see, when we are saying that when a man go and they define another man's wife, it is a crime. And when a woman now that is married is defining a married man, my brother, if you get any money from that man and you use that money to go and cook for your husband, I want to tell Ndibo that and the Biafrans that is the end of your husband's business. Your husband, all he is doing will be stopped with immediate effect because you have defined your husband. So as ana atakwa ufu, ana atakwa okoko. So if you are a man and the only thing that you would do in this world is only to go and marry to be defining another man's wife. Remember that a woman who is defining another man's husband is also a taboo in our culture. Mazi, may Chukwu Abiyama bless you. Shalom, Shabbat, Baruch
Thank you.
Yahweh.
We must
Good
continue.
night.
Are you there, caller on the line? Go ahead, please.
Please, Josie, sorry to digress. It's something that is bothering me. Although I was so busy, I didn't hear your topic, but I'm just calling because there's something that is bothering me. Today's morning, the newspaper review, or almost all the newspapers in the zoo, they carried a report that the Jubril or Buhari has asked the Senate to approve for him to go and borrow $13 billion again from somewhere, or whether China or something like that. You see, why I say it's bothering me, I want you authorities in Biafra to warn the 10 countries who want to borrow money to Jubril that our oil wells they will be using to place as collateral does not belong to Jubril or Abakari or the Northerners. That oil well, yeah, are you hearing me? That oil well, yes, that oil well you'll be using to place as a collateral belongs to Biafra. And no Biafra is following him to go and sign any borrowing money. And they should know that as soon as Biafra comes, we will not honor any agreement they entered with Jubril or Buhari or Abakari or Nigerian government. You of authorities in Biafra should warn all the world, all those people that, especially China, that likes to borrow so that they will come and seize the country in time to come. Our oil well is not for collateral. If Jubril wants to borrow money, he should go and use their cow in the north to go and borrow money, not our oil well. Please, you officers should enlighten the world that our oil well is not for collateral. This oil well belongs to Biafra. It doesn't belong to Jubril or Buhari or any other northerner. So that's just what I want to say. Sorry, sir, I didn't listen to your topic. So that's this thing that is bothering me is what I want to say. Thank you, sir. From you. Thank you.
We must continue. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. Mother, please, I want to talk on the just concluded topic back to our root.
Go ahead.
Concerning the act of defilement. Mother, you have spoken a lot about this act of defilement, and there's many ways the Hausa, Fulani, and the Yoruba have defied our people. Mother, I want to tell our people, these Hausa people, these Fulani people that are cutting our nails, that liquid that they used to apply on the nails, who knows what is inside that liquid? Today, our people prefer those aboki, those Fulani men to barb their hair rather than going to the barber. They say that one is very good, it's shiny. And after barbing, they will rub those things on your hair, something you don't know what they miss, the concoction they miss inside. Our precious hair become something they use to practice barbing. What of those people that drink Yoruba jedi, Ubariro, you don't know what they cook and put inside? We keep on defiling ourselves every day because we have lived our own. We embrace other people's own. Once you talk about the rivers, our river and our forest, in the old days, even to today, we have forests that we call Ajoya, we call it Mbo. These forests, nobody nears those forests. That time we are small, if you are hunting rabbit or any animal and the animal run inside those areas, you leave the animal. You don't dare enter inside that bush. But today, Fulani are the one hunting our animal inside those forests. They are the ones selling rabbit and all the animals to us now to eat. And we say it's good. In those days, there's this one neighboring village in our town, it's called Akata. These people, their forest, there's monkeys in those forests. Those monkeys, nobody touch them. If you do something bad, those monkeys will come to your compound, destroy all fruit in your compound, and went back to the forest. But today, the Fulani herdsmen are killing those animals, brutalizing them every day by day. Our people take commerce, take industries to Yoruba land, but Yoruba rather they bring churches to our side to defile us. Today we read in the news that sometimes thunder and lightning will kill cows in Yoruba forest, but none is happening in our own side again because they preserve their custom, they preserve their tradition, but they come down to our side and defy all our traditions and all our customs, thereby making us vulnerable. And when we talk about this, people will say it's evil. But I want to tell people, if evil can kill somebody that wants to kill me, that means that evil is a good evil. That means that evil is not evil the way I say it. If you want to kill me now, something kill you. It's not evil to me. So we need to go back to our roots. As concerning this present topic, this is collusion. The Hausa Fulani and the British, they are colliding. Today now, Nigeria federal government has paid London firm D&ID the sum of $200 million as a charge they win them on the court case concerning the gas project the London-based company want to do in Nigeria. And Nigeria government failed to supply the gas to the company and they charged them to court and win the case. And Nigerian government you want this appeal to stand, you must pay $200 million. And at the end of the day, they still pay the money. And because it's free project going ahead, if these people win this case, they will still pay $9 billion US dollar to London. And this is kill and divide. When they pay this money now, they will give you back their 10%. They will give a Queen of England is 10%. And the Hausa and the Fulani Yoruba, they will invest their own in Dangote. Tomorrow they will say Dangote is the richest black man on this earth. But they don't know that they are taking all these things from our land. These $200 million US dollar, where did they get it from? Is it not the oil in Biafra land? When they say that oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa, and Bayelsa people or Ijo people will think that Jigawa people will take bucket and come and fetch oil. This is how they mean. They will take the oil, sell it and pay their debt and share it among themselves. And we are here talking every day, but people don't want to rise up. Mazi, thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I hear you, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, first of all, let me thank you for Biafra. The life of our Amazon and the life of our deputy Amazon to come from afar. And the whole life, my brother Joyce Onyibe, and all life of Biafra.
who is working assiduously to restore Biafra. I say, may Shukwu Kabiama keep on giving us, give us the knowledge, give us the strength to restore Biafra. And my name is Shukwu Kabiama. My brother, my name is Echos, and I'm calling from Abagan. Abagan is in Jikoka. Jikoka is in Anambra, Biafra land. What I want to say this evening, I want to ask something in back to our root, no much thing. I want to beg you, as you have known a lot about Dr. Root, I'm just like giving a knowledge for what our brother have just said before in Dr. Root program. I'm thinking to beg you or tell you to do it this way. If you can record some of this in record, if you can put it in cassette and distribute it for IPOP units so that they can sell it. People who doesn't get radio Biafra normally can from there listen to your voice, listen to your teaching, then we learn more from there. Even the people that don't know anything about that, with people that does not hear it, when somebody buys and put it in his home or his house and the record is talking, maybe someone at the side may be keeping interested to listen to the record. So it's very important that to put this on record, on cassette, and wrote it on book, just wrote it on book like novel, to be like novel. So it's very important that it will help our people more to be educated in back their roots, to know how to follow and how our menana was followed. So my brother, this was what I want to add. Thank you, and
thank you very much.
Bless you and keep it on and keep it on.
And
thank you. Good night,
good night. And your suggestion is noted. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, my Rev. Good evening, my Rev.
Good evening. Yeah, go ahead, please.
My fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. My name is Joy Wombo. I'm calling from Eko. Please, Mazi, permit me to acknowledge you a little. Yes, I want to acknowledge you in the sense that I want to ask where thy strength come from. Mazi, you are doing this work like never. Mazi, I want to acknowledge you and thank you so much for this job that you are doing. Another broadcast, another broadcast, another broadcast, another broadcast. Mazi, may Chukwu Kikabiama continue to strengthen you. May the eyes of evil ones never see you. Mazi, may you live to see the restoration of Biafra. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiama's name. He say. Please, I want to talk on this very topic that you treated this night. It's amazing. It's amazing that our people have forgotten where we come from. And they are following the way of the zoo country called Nigeria. This concoction being created by British government can never be well with them. And this man who is anchoring on a channel television, Mr. Ladi or whatever that you called yourself, I just want to talk to this man directly because I know in any way that this man is sitting this night, he is hearing my voice. Ladi or whatever that you called yourself. Nigerian government paid you to be telling lies, propagating lies. That you will see truth, you will not talk about the truth. Rather, you propagate lies. Posterity will follow you. You are very hopeless that you cannot even see. You are intervening in everybody that Biafrans, IPOP are threatening people, that they have beaten one nonsense Senate, and they are threatening the president.
We
eyes?
Don't threaten people. We are promising them. And come to think about it, they are the one doing the killing. They are the one doing the raping.
Yes.
They are the one doing the looting. They are the one doing all the evil. We are only talking. They should not worry.
Yes.
We don't threaten people. We make promise to them. It's just our people who are sleeping and they think it's going to be. Don't worry. Go ahead, my sister.
Please, I want to talk to this man. I am asking you for the last time. Is anything in your upstairs again? You are very hopeless and lunatic as you are. that Nigerian government is giving you money to come out on television that the whole world is watching and be propagating lies. Who are you to interview Senator Esne Enyina Ikweremadu? You don't know that Biafrans are endowed with wisdom from above. Who are you? You are asking Enyina why IPOP members is threatening Nigerian government. Only threatening them.
Only idiots say they are Nigerian
Only
government.
talk.
Who is Nigerian government?
Only talk.
Terrorists,
Now,
colonial taskmaster, tax collectors. What is their achievement?
You
Impoverishing
had
the
him
people.
right. We are naturally endowed. Can you be counting about 140 something checkpoints from Anambra to Imo State, from Imo State to Aba? Are we fighting war? And I like the way he put it to you, Laddie. He asked you. You should not be asking him, Abaribe. You should be asking yourself. If this thing is happening in your place, will you allow it? Will you endure it as we have been enduring? And you want to put him talking about that IPOP is the one causing the whole problem, and he have made it clear to you. Let it go inside their upstairs that this is for 50-something years that this
because of
IPOB British government.
Because of IPOB, Buhari overthrew
Our
Shagari.
are closed.
Idiots.
Our seaports are not working. You buy something as a merchant in Onitsha, you have to go to Lagos and clear it. Then and you speak as they are coming down. See, posterity will follow you. It can never be well with you and your family, Mr. Ladi. Very soon, you know that you can never even tell the truth because just open your mouth and say the truth. Nigerian government, DSS will come to you. They will come and say your license now. You don't know that you are a slave. You are a slave, Mr. Ladi. If you say that you are not a slave, come out openly and say the truth and shame the devil. Idiot. Please, Biafrans, wake up. This is the time for us to go home. And no amount of intimidation that will make us not to go home. My rep, may God continue to strengthen you in the name of Chico.
We must continue. Yes, sir. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
I'm there. I'm here, Mr. George Onyibe.
Good evening,
my
from
African rep. My name is Kisros. I'm calling from Morocco. You see, your topic this night, even yesterday, was terrible. You are hitting everywhere. The world is shaking. Honestly speaking, my dear brother, keep it on. Even though you need guidance wherever you are, my brother. Many are ready to die. Honestly speaking. Also, may God bless our leader, bless our deputy, Benjamin Umadubugu. I forgot to call your name. You are a hero. All of you that came out said that we will not die at once. May God bless all of you. There is one thing I want to say now. There is call about two or before this lady now began talking about borrowing. You see that I'm telling every Nigerian that all Nigeria are destroying other nations, but they will not know. There is a man, richest man they call Ali Baba, visited Nigeria. As this man visited Nigeria, go back to China, now they have another billions of dollars to pardon Hong Kong for them to remain calm. Where did that money come? All this money is from Africa here. They took that money to inherit for them to live in a peaceful way. Then we will remain in bondage. I always tell them that they will never succeed. I have told the Moroccan police here that it's better for you people to allow Israel back home than to allow Chinese. And the man called the other policeman, do you hear what this man said? He said, yes. I'm telling you the fact because these people are even more dangerous than the people that you heard. He made a point. He said, good. That is how human beings can speak. Another thing, again, I want to say, I want to plead that the governor of Ebonyi State, don't make a fool of yourself. Putting Bakati, you have only 8 years to remain in that year office. if Bakati is doing well, Hausa people, they will come, bring another person that will destroy them. Please, abide with our leader. For him, he have already shown you high. What you go carry, so abide. Nothing more. You don't need to go. You may listen to me. We are all human beings. You have shown you the overhead. So all you want to do as a governor there, abide. I say, let's take this guy word because it's moving. It's moving. And everything you speak here now, always being like a dead somebody they said you are dead. When somebody comes, tell them pretend that you are dead. But in their spirit, you say, no, I'm not dead. That is what disturbing you. And you are making it to bring out every angle these people put out into me. Those sorts of features. The spirit must go down there. So, my brother, I urge you, keep it on. Keep it on. We all in support of it, honestly speaking. Can you remember all Biafra?
Okay, Biafra. We are not going anywhere. Our people must understand. They always causing problem for us. They always harassing and intimidating our people. At the end, they are very perfect when it comes to change of narratives. They turn it all and look for, they play the game of indulgence. And then people will say, okay, they are the one who is causing it. But we've passed that stage anyway. Caller on the line, are you there? Good evening from here.
Every Biafra all over the world. May we all put our minds together today, right inside our mind, and begin to thank Chukwuka for the life of our deputy man. Nobody can be like him. He has done the best nobody can do for us. And I ask Chukwuka, please, Chukwuka, Almighty God, continue to replenish the life of our deputy from eternity to eternity. May his descendants remain forever in the land of Biafra and on this planet. Nambekano is another Savior. He is the center of trust. Yes, I have to say it. Our leader, Martin Nambekano, is the savior of trust. He is the savior of pity. He is the savior of Messiah. He is the savior of every human being on this planet Earth. If you not understand, then you must understand it. Because nobody can be like him. He has come to rescue the world from the bondage of the demonic kingdom. Because the world has been defied. We talk about the fight. You know what women is all about. A woman carries a man and a woman in his womb. He delivered the 2 children at once. Some delivered even 5 children. Do you know whom they are? Then when she finished training those children, then when the man grew up, he will hand the man over to another woman to take care of the man. And that woman will become a mother to that man. Then that woman will become, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What shall it profit you to divide us, we, the men, that guide and protect you? That is why to go together and left our land. But today, as I'm telling you people, go and mark it to the world. Nobody can stop the restoration of Biafra. Go and nobody. Biafra must be restored. Whether the devil like it or not. And I remind you to Jeremiah chapter 10. Go and read verse 11. That every God that are not involved in the creation of the earth and the sky must be destroyed. It is only the true God that we must worship, which is Chukwuka, the God of Biafra. And the Biafra is a religion. Can't you understand? Biafra is a religion. Biafra is not what you think it is. The religion of Chukwuka, life and direct. And we are the Biafra. And if you want to join us to worship Chukwuka, you are free to come. We are waiting for all of you at the temple of Chukwuka, where our leader will build a temple where every Biafra must only come and worship Chukwuka, so that the word of God again, because these people are cowards, stupid, useless people. Because of what must make you to defy yourself. And I must start it with myself. I must start it. Everything that will defy me, I must root it out. Because Biafra must be restored. Then, not Onyibe, may you go to Biafra and bless you forever and ever. Remember, you must get Biafra. Or hear Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Call on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. Good evening, all your Biafrans, anywhere you are. Good morning and good afternoon according to your time zone. My name is Mark Ikenna Anozie. I am from Izombe. Izombe is in Ugutan government, Onu province, Biafra land. I thank you very much, Mazi Onyibe, for the level of exposition that you are truly bringing out. The level of teaching you give us has never been gained in any tertiary institution in the zoo. The way you have systematically built my own very spirit, that I am now back to my roots. And the way I preach it here too, because most times there is this zoo frequency that battles our radio station. So ordinarily, as I go on the streets, I make sure to emphasize the very information you give us. Going back to our roots is something that is beyond the zoo learning. As a matter of fact, Hausa and Fulani have conditioned us to a level that even after defiling the animals they sell, defiling animals they not bring it back, because I live in that. They bring it to the Hausa market here, and our ladies, as you said, one of our brother touch, and that's so loose that they go to this market after the Fulani and Hausa men would have removed the hide of the cattle. They now go around fetching this part of meat that looks like imiano. If you see the way Hausa and Fulani men are touching our ladies because they came to buy imiano, insignificant part of cow. It's highly appalling. But I thank you, and I thank our dear leader, our able leader, and I take my dear leader, I take Deputy Mazi Shimoto and yourself for spirit enlightening lectures you have given us. This get back to your root, something that we can never have any other place. And rightfully, as our leader has always said it, now that you people are here, there is none like you people, and when you are gone, there won't be any like you people again. This lecture that you have given us is a one-time life lecture. No other place are we going to get it. Just after now, we can never see anything like this. Just as our brother said, we should make sure we document everything. Some on CDs, we write down this. I will buy and I will give my children and buy that my children will give to their own children. That is just how it is. I thank you very, 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 very much, my dear.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Our people must understand we have just one target. We want to go home. Call on the line your name and where are you calling from? Call on the line, are you there? Call on the line. Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network, but we must continue. Biafrans wherever all over the world, Nigeria has one agenda. And it's only evil they mean for us. Nothing good can come out of Nigeria. And we will never stop until we stop Nigeria. And this is one truth, that nothing can stop Are you there, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I'm here. Onyibe, good morning.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning from here. Good morning, good evening, Biafra all over the world. Onyibe, my name is Tidebere. I'm calling you from South Korea. Yeah, I'm here, Mazi.
Go ahead, please. I will advise you to turn down the volume of your radio set. It's distracting you.
Okay, sir. Onyibe, I thank you so much. I appreciate the work you're doing for us. We appreciate everything. Your morning, afternoon, night, you're coming on the air to teach us, to let us know what we are going through, what we are passing through in that zoo. We thank you for everything you're doing for us. We appreciate it. And we thank our leader for his good work. No matter what he's passing through, we know everything that is going on. And we appreciate you people. We appreciate you mostly that is in that zoo working day and night to make sure that we survive, we get our land back. And I'm using this opportunity to tell our people here in South Korea, more especially in Paju, where we are residing, we want to open an IPOP family. And some of them have been telling them, because I know it's hard for our people to understand what is going on. I told them they should go straight to the radio. I'm trying to link them up to the radio so that they will be hearing whatever that is going on in our country with their ears, so that they will understand what we are going through and what we are passing, so that they will put more effort in what we are doing. And today we will like to have a meeting, and Onyibe also would like to get in contact with you, because this IPOP family, we have been trying to get some people that will register with, but it's very far. Where they are is very far, so we decided to know how we can gather and open a family here in Paju. So I'm using this opportunity to tell my people. I know some of them are listening right now. I think we'll have some kind of gathering this evening, so that they will try and gather, so that we'll get something. We'll have to start and know what to do about it. I thank you so much, Mazu.
Thank you, my brother. There is no problem about that. Just inbox me on this WhatsApp line, and I will link you up with the coordinator in charge of that region. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you so much. God bless.
Good night from here. Are you there, caller, on the line?
Hello, Onyibe. Good evening.
Ada, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Greetings to Biafrans all over the world. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your time zone. I see the men that is of Ezodo. I heard from Umuze, Unorumba local government area of Anambra State, but right now I'm calling from Onitsha province. Onyibe, I want to thank you for all the good work we are doing to the wonderful people of Biafra. May God in His infinite mercy grant you all your heart desires. I also thank our able leader, Mazin Nandekaru, and our able deputy leader, Mazin Chemombo, for all the wonderful work you people are doing. I commend your effort. May God in infinite mercy grant you all your heart desires. We must all live and see Biafra. Biafra is our only hope. Please, Onyibe, it's about entering and joining IPP. I sent you that message last week, but I haven't seen any reply. What about me? Please, I'm still waiting.
There is no problem. Still resend the message. Still resend the message, please.
Please, what am I going to do about
I
it?
say still. Are you hearing me? Still resend the message. Still resend the message and try and be patient. The coordinator will certainly meet up with you.
I am not on WhatsApp page. I send it directly to that number.
And then that phone, I can't read text message from there. See how you can send it to this text message.
Text message from there.
Yes, I cannot read text message from this
on WhatsApp page.
Exactly.
Okay, but the phone I'm using right now is not doing WhatsApp. What am I going to do? Just
look for somebody that have WhatsApp and let them help you.
Okay.
Please. I believe in no time the phone will be upgraded and then I can be able to receive text message from all of them. But at this moment, it's not functioning.
Okay, I thank you once again.
It's all right, madam.
I thank you once again for all your wonderful words. God must surely reward you. Your children must be a blessing to your life. They will be a blessing to Biafra land. You are indeed a great man. May God grant you all your heart desires in the mighty name of Yahweh Yeshua.
You see, thank you very much. We must continue. Oh, hey, Biafra. Yes, a caller. WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mazi, my name is Paul. I'm calling from Libreville, Gabon. Mazi, this evening, I'm sending my greeting to you. May Kabema bless you and guide you and protect you wherever you go. When you sleep, well, angels of the Lord guide you and protect you and your family. In Jesus' name. Mazi, at the same time, I'm sending my greeting to our leader, Mazi Nandekalo, because he's the man. Is the Moses of our time. So I want to greet him this evening. May Ochukwu Kabema bless him and guide him and guide our deputy Mazu Chemofo and guide all the principal officers around the world. And IPOB, especially those in our land, people are formidable. I want to let you know and to understand that we are with you people. Forget all those happening in our land. Very soon, Biafra must be restored. Those who are forming vigilante and forming anything they like, I want to let them to know this is their final push. And IPOB must rise up and claim our land. Nobody can come and claim our land. Fulani cannot conquer our land. Fulani can Islamize all the whole West Africa, but Biafra land cannot be Islamized. And you can see that the zoo, they are already dead. They're in the mortuary and waiting the ambulance to come and carry them for their burial. So because we are telling them that the IPOB, the fans of this time around, cannot make the same mistake again. We must restore our land. I'm greeting all the whole the veterans, because those who fought and make things happen in our land, I'm greeting them. And Biafra must be restored. Our people, wherever you are, IPOB, all over the world, Biafrans all over the world, especially those in diaspora, must stand up, must wake up, and make sure that everybody join his hand to make sure that Biafra come. So my brother, I don't have much to say, but I have to say that Biafra is there. No going back about it. Biafra must be restored. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We must go home. And of course, we are inching closer to the end of this evening segment. Our people must understand there is no memory we have about Nigeria other than the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Fulani, the one Nigerians and the Saboto. I think they could, build cities on the expense of our people, which is impossible, practically impossible. I must tell you. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, I will advise you to stop listening to your radio and go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ada. Go ahead.
I'm Mad Holiday from Mother. I thank you so much for the knowledge you are imparting, completing a lot. I keep on praying to God Almighty to see you with His freedom, wisdom, to continue the good work we are doing. I thank God especially for our leaders. And all of you, you are extremely too much. May Almighty God continue using you as a useful instrument until this struggle is actualized. Permit me, sir, to ask this question. It has been bothering me. I want to know how secured the arrangement or the plans on security aspects of our leaders listening to this zoo. Because they are no more than when they purchase this zoo that will be slaughtered like a cow. I want to ask, how far, what is the level of his security? If there is no proper security, let him stay aside for the burial of his mother.
Now,
I thank God who has received. Hello?
yes. As for what they say, they owns their mouth.
Yes.
The mouth belongs to them. Anything they like, make them use and talk. We will say what we want to say because it's our mouth. And now, for the security of our leader, I can assure you, it is as secure as heaven, because it is heaven that have ordained this movement, and heaven have anointed him. Were they not there with all their checking point when our leader arrived in Israel? Leave all these people, we don't have time for them. When we have time for them, they will understand. Were they not there? Did they not kill people in Afari Beku? Were they not there when he came to Israel? Leave all this lunatic, we don't have their time. Wait, I say, hey, Nigeria are tracking you, Nigeria are tracking you. They track nothing. Over 100 years, Nigeria cannot control traffic light. Is it you they track? They're looking for who know Onyibe, who know Jemefo, who know this one, who know this one. Then they collect money and come and set you up. That is what they do. They can't even control traffic light to Nigeria. You don't know the level of stupidity that governs them. But of course, the pair of light is not in our hand. We can only humble ourselves before the Creator, because in the end, it's the lifting up of our head. But for Nigeria, they are expired issue. We are doing what we are doing because we want to manage the level of collateral damage. They will kill many of our people. It's our people they are talking, not about us, not about Nigeria. They no longer resist. You can't bury mama. They will do like this, they will do like that. Yoshi. I beg, let's
it's what
just...
they want to know. They are saying it openly. If I heard it over Zoo Radio newspaper headline, I've forgotten the date.
But they have nothing to, no news
read.
now. There is no news now. They don't have news now. And so they have to gossip. Do they have any news to present? They have to gossip.
No.
So they wake up in the morning, you listen to Nigerian news, you will hear, oh, Ijebu Gari expired. Ijebu Gari expired in Ondo State. Can we still be eating it? Then people start calling. Do they have anything to tell Nigeria? And so if they know calling Mazen and the Kano will make people listen to their radio, of course they will do that. Don't you know there are, in fact, somebody called me one day and said, I have seen you. I said, you don't mean it. Where did you see me? He said, I saw you in the newspaper. I said, wow. And I went there. Somebody took another person's picture and wrote there, African Rep IPOB, George Onyibe. I laughed, I almost died. And then, so that is what they do in the zoo. So don't worry about them.
When they are short of ways, they started making all sorts of rubbish.
Very soon now, you will hear Nigerian news telling you that one goat to born cow. Goat will born cow. Don't you see them? Lion swallow money, rat pursue president for office, snake is swallow WAEC money, chimpanzee arrest policeman. That is what they do. The next one, you will hear them, a man killed himself and run away.
It's only here we hear such silly stories. It cannot happen in the audio.
And to top it all, when they finish giving all these headlines, BBC and CNN will support them. Yes, in Nigeria, a man killed himself and run away. Is God not wonderful? Idiots everywhere. And they think they are fooling us. We shall see how long they shall fool us. Imagine what Nigeria is writing. No, imagine how useless they can be. Yes, if Mazen and the cannot come to bury his mother, we will butcher him. But the question should be, what did Mazen and the cannot do? But what did our leader do? What is the crime of our leader? That we make normal human being to come out and talk to him that way. The same freedom that will benefit all of them. But they are not normal. That is why we keep calling them idiots. Because that is the best way to explain them. We call them idiots. This is a zoo. Idiot is an animal.
Yeah.
The zoo where they keep idiots. Yoruba and Facebook will soon start their evil work. The simple question is not what they intend to do. Let's be rational, realistical. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do? Somebody somewhere wants us to be clapping. Oh, we the one Nigeria. We are very happy. One Nigeria. We love one Nigeria. But we are suffering and we are smiling. We are dying on daily basis and nobody's saying anything. And they want us to say, oh, praise the Lord, the Nigeria is good. Thunder will fire Nigeria. And then somebody say, no, we cannot be suffering and smiling. We just have to face the truth. Let us go for referendum. That is what causes us this problem. Is it not referendum we ask for? And then they say they are calling for war. They are calling for war. It's a call for referendum, a call for war. I beg leave Nigerian people, they are old school.
I thank you so much. I'm now satisfied. I'm now courageous. Since I heard this news, I've been worried. It has been worrying me. Thank you for giving me accurate information.
Thank you very much.
I pray Almighty Yahweh to continue filling you with His wisdom, because you are not doing this alone. God is doing it through you. Let His holy name be exalted forever and ever. In Yahshua's name.
You see. Hopefully this is the last call for this evening segment. In a few hours from now, we shall continue from where we stop. Biafrans must not allow them to be themselves to be deceived. We have been deceived all this while. But how long will it continue? They did this to our fathers. They kept their cool. They did this to their father before them. They kept their cool. And now they are doing the same thing with us. Here's why me Biafra must be. It's as simple as that. Do we want to take over Yoruba land? These people should be ashamed of themselves, trying to make us remain in one community with them. We're not the same people. Of course, we are all black, we agree. But some black were genetically produced somewhere in London. That is why they were able to renew Buhari. Even cut off the pipe that made Buhari speak Fufude. And now he can't speak Fufude. It's even shorter. They are idiots. You think we are fooling us? Of course, you will be planning to poison us. You will be planning to unleash share. We are building barracks everywhere, checking point everywhere. Our land is under military occupation. Your target is we will wipe them, we will deal with them, and you will handle us. Don't worry, you will handle us. You shall handle us. We will make sure that you handle us. Be very ready to handle us. Because in the end, Omenu meni zu umonwa. Omenu meni zu umonwa. It is simple. Freedom is all we ask for.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Though, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra. London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nnamdi Kanu is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, he's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We will keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on radio Biafra is the gospel truth.
I had a voice right in the air, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I conquer. I had a voice right in the air, telling me to listen. Biafra's freedom is play. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. My home is telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home. My home. My home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. And till I wake up one day, one morning. I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio Biafra. All I had is love.
The people cannot predict their future if they do not know their past.
Yeah. Nandekano's voice. I had a voice like him. Yeah. Sunday like a Sunday. Calling for my freedom. Yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like him. Yeah. Telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is play. It's telling me Biafra is my way. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me Biafra is my way. Biafra is my way. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. I had a voice like him, yeah. Sunday like a Sunday, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I conquer. I had a voice like him, yeah, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is play, it's telling me, Biafra is my name, Biafra is my name, Biafra is my name. It's telling me, Biafra is my name, Biafra is my name, Biafra.